Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 and hello fellows, Herogon here. Today is Tuesday, May 2nd of 2023. It is now close to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And right now, things have been going pretty good for me. I've already got college classes, my first 2 college classes done, and right now I'm not sure where things will go next. I mean, who even knows where I can go next beyond just me doing the typical old following Unreal Engine tutorials as part of my own game development journey. Of course, I should probably keep that part short. Let's get into the meat that everyone has probably enjoyed going around. This week's Sean the Bro tutorial, part 170 of how to make your own fighting game, involves an in-game shop, or at the very least, preparing for that part. For the most part, it goes into creating the UI, making a structure for unlockable and purchasable items, and dynamically populating the items available in said store area. And one might think it's simple enough. Well, sort of. If anyone is an Unreal Engine game dev, there's probably lots more to go through. Now, going into the parts itself, at first, the tutorial covered doing the blueprint parts first. But for me, I think I would have done the Xcode first, but I'm willing to do the blueprint first to shake it up. Now, first off, we have 2 new widgets, Store Widget and Store Item Icon. They contain a lot of typical things. Your text, your background image, a nice little category vertical box, a few buttons here and there, and the main part is the item vertical box and the item horizontal box, which of course covers most of the screen here for this UI, and it's a lot of stuff to go through, I'd say. Of course, before going into that though, next is the store item icon, which is just simply an icon button and a canvas panel. The icon button being 240 by 240, and there's nothing in the event graph, there's only one function used, which has us passing an icon image texture 2D into the set widget style, and our target being the icon button. That was pretty easy enough for me to handle, and of course the rest of the tutorial was easy enough for me too. Now, going into the event graph of the store widget itself, there's at least one part that involves data tables. And with that, we transition into the Xcode part. Now, the coding for this was pretty easy enough. Just an enum class and a structure. And in fact, I've actually kept the enum class for quite a while before this week's tutorial. Now, the enum class is called eUnlockable item type and contains none, which is the default, character, stage, outfit, and game settings. Now, most people would be curious as to how game settings would be purchasable, and to be fair, I don't exactly know either. Of course, since Sean the Bro's tutorial had that, I'm gonna keep it in just for the safekeepings. Next is a structure of named F unlockable item, and it's of F table row base. Now, there's 4 different variables put in. 2 F string variables named name and description respectively, a uTexture2D variable named image, and an E unlockable item type variable called type. All of these variables are uProperty edAnywhere blueprint rewrite, and the category is the store category. Easy enough, but before one tries to compile all this code, I also need to have an include, in particular engine/datatable.h. And that was pretty easy enough. Going back into the blueprint part itself, we have an event construct. We get our data table row names for each loop, our row names being put into the array, and then loop body array element goes into row name. We get our data table row unlockable item data. We break our unlockable item. Then if our unlockable item is equal to character, then we create our store item icon widget. Now this is a bit of a placeholder logic from Sean's video, just until we get things improved upon in later episodes that come soon. Now, we of course then set our item details, pass our image into the icon image of set item details, and add our child to the horizontal box, and our target being item HB, and the content being the store item icon widget. And that is pretty much it for that part. Going into the game itself, I won't be going into the gameplay itself, just showing you the menu. We go into archives, which is essentially where most of the settings stuff has been at, as well as the credits, and a small little news spot that I put in there myself. Of course, the news thing is empty, so let's get to the store. Now, the store part is easy enough. Characters, stages, outfits and skins, and game settings. And that is pretty much easy enough. I can't exactly exit out of it yet because I haven't put the logic there yet for going back to the archive screen, but you can see we have 2 particular things here, and they come from our unlockable item data table. I've given them simple names. Oops, I accidentally had this one as Tails, but I'm gonna have a name to Hell Shard because I do not want someone like Sega taking down my stuff if I end up monetizing. Oh boy. A little embarrassing, but hey, at least I saved that one. And of course, an Omega character, but that's just a placeholder, and Omega can easily be the name of any sort of character. Then we have our image texture here, simple enough, and our type is character. That is pretty much it for our stuff here. Credit again goes to Sean the Bro for all of his tutorials. They have been quite amazing. And whether it's the fighting game tutorial, an action RPG, first-person shooter, or Smash Bros. Templates, they've always been a nice way for me to continue killing my Friday and Sunday time a little. And I kind of like doing these sorts of Funlog Friday and Showcase Saturday videos as a sort of way to not only promote Sean, but also give myself a bit of memories to look back on for myself. With all that being said, I've been Herogon, you've been you, and I look forward to seeing you guys again real soon for another Funlog Friday or Showcase Saturday. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye, everyone.